All right, and it's time to chat about something delicious on the TV set at Inspire and Connect Asia. We're joined by Janice Wong, who is no stranger to us here in Singapore. She's a Singaporean artist, chocolatier, chef, and entrepreneur. In addition to the restaurants and the dessert bars and retail ventures, she's also known for her edible art installations. Janice, it's great to have you on the set with us.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Wonderful. So maybe you could briefly introduce yourself to us and tell us how your journey in the world of gastronomy began.
Well, in 2007, I started my first dessert bar. It's in Holland Village, and I'm proud to say that after 18 years, it's still there. The idea of it came about because there was no late night dessert spots in Singapore. But in general, there was also no fine plated desserts and experiential with, cocktails and wines. And so our dining scene was at a very premature stage, I would say. This is 20 years back. But now it's extremely colorful and vibrant and very mature, culinary scene we have now. And the idea in the past was really to curate experiences for people. So 2 a.m. Dessert Bar was just one of the experiences. But after 3 years, we opened a laboratory. And we focused for 3 years a lot of new techniques. And that's how edible art came about. To create experiences for thousands of people to come through tunnels of chocolate and where they can enjoy 10,000 pieces at the same time. But it also allows the artist to really just freely express in a space. It could be a closed space or an open space. So I would have to say, I'm very, I would say, sentimental about it because it was about 12 years ago that I created my first art piece. And ever since then, it's just been, very, very popular overseas. So we go around the world just really doing a lot of these edible art experiences.
Yeah, what a journey it has been for you. And you talked about colorfulness and vibrancy, and that's really just describing your work, really. You're renowned for your originality and the close connection with art and creativity. So how did you define your identity as a chef and an artist?
I have to really admit, it was not easy in the past because, as a female entrepreneur that is also Asian female, it's not easy to really I would say, have your story heard and have a platform that is kind of like an outreach to a global stage. Mostly you see a lot of French, a lot of Belgium pastry chefs. But, for female Asians, I think, for us, my identity was quite strong. I wanted something very different. So I started to really find out what my true passions were, but also to really define my craft. And I found a niche that I thought was untapped market, like the blue ocean theory. But the main thing was there was nobody doing edible art. Even the word edible art was it was also very loosely created. So I felt like, what really is edible art? Art that you can eat. And what is art? Is it a 2-meter piece of painting, or is it an installation? So it's all forms. It can be on a plate as well. So how we ventured out into this was I basically curated experiences from a tiny little box, a plate, a wall, and tunnels, and spaces.
Wonderful. So you talked about curation there. You talked about defining yourself. In your opinion, what have been the key steps in building the Janice Wong brand? Was it consistency? Was it time? What were the key steps here?
I think you got the first point right. Definitely consistency. It's always been our true strength, just to really stick to our core of innovation, breaking rules, pushing boundaries. That's what we've always been known for. And really staying true to making sure that we deliver quality products, like just really focusing on flavors and taste, and especially what customers want. I think we definitely set some trends as well. And for us, we are always consistently doing that in the world of pastry. But redefining what pastry is has always been a dream of mine. And I think proud to say that we're still on our way doing it and still making the tiniest impact we can.
Yeah, this has been some great insights that you've shared with us today. And before you go, I want to touch a little bit more on the innovation that you talked about, giving the customers what they want. How do you manage to balance all of this innovation with staying true to your identity and who you are as an artist and as a chef?
I think innovation is very, very key to a lot of brands, especially if you want to be ahead and stay competitive. I always dare to fail. So it was something that I was not afraid of if you want to try a new idea. And because we're small, we can do that. In a bigger organization is a little bit more difficult. But I guess for us, staying kind of like a good size is very key for us to put through what we want to do in life. And for me, it was always still to push that boundary. What more can I do with pastry? And I think with the world of AI, I can do so much more now with pastry and food experiences. Times have changed now, and I'm extremely excited for the future.
Yeah, the sky's the limit, and especially with AI now coming to the fore, can't wait to see what the next 20 years brings to you and your brand. Janice Wong, chef from here, right here in Singapore. It was great having you on the TV set. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.